Okay, well, not terribly eventful tonight, but I got some things done. Tomorrow I'll get some more pads so I can clean up stuff, but this is what I got. My uprights and my base, and then of course the forge. So it's on its way. Just gotta keep going. Okay, so here's my progress today. I got the stand welded together and most everything is cleaned up pretty well. I have some welds to clean up, not that amazing, no welder yet. But this is kind of what it's gonna look like. And I'm gonna put some little legs on the bottom so I could put some casters and roll it if I needed to roll it or move it or take it to somebody's house or I don't know. Anyway, right now it's just, here's what I got. And then here's it'll be the lid. Of course, I've got to cut out the working window and the working window on the back side as well to mimic Phil's setup. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it and it's coming along. Okay, looks like tonight I'm working on fire brick. And so far, what I've got is the bottom layer, I think. Spent quite a bit of time with it so far trying to shape my ends, but I got a little more work to do in the back. When you can see there's a ridge. Mostly so it all comes out level, and then when I put the KO wool in, or whatever you call it, the insulating wool, it obviously raises up a little bit, and I can get that back wall and mark it, so I can get the front wall and mark this too and cut the gate. But yeah, I think my profile, well, it's kind of, I'll have to adjust, but they're just sitting there. So anyway, that's what I'm up to so far. Okay, here's my cuts so far. Kind of like surgery and Tetris, I think. Kind of just following the drawing, and really, I don't know, it's not 100% precise, but it is best I'm doing right now. We'll see how it goes. All right, I got everything, well, generally cut. This one's messed up, and I got one more brick left. I might redo it. I'm not sure how I messed it up, but obviously short. So thankfully I have one more brick. I think I'll do that tomorrow night, and I'll trim all my curves and set them in there and see how it goes. So that's what we've got for tonight. Okay, so this is what I got done tonight. Cut my window on the back side. I still got a little trimming to do. It's not 100% level or right, but getting there. Definitely getting there. And then something else I did, not to try and make you dizzy, but got my ends for the burner end set up. I drilled and tapped this, and then I drilled out the other end for the diffuser end here, and then this will go here so I can thread it onto there and then weld it into, take this whole thing and weld it into here after I cut a hole in it and set it in, kind of like what Phil did. So yeah, made some pretty damn good progress tonight. Really pretty happy. Okay, so on the blower here, I took the Dremel around it and knocked it down on the outside edge here so I could get that to fit over it. I'm gonna epoxy those together. I also knocked down the inside of this end cap, I guess you'd call it, and then I took the wire that was in here, that mesh, cut out the hole, trimmed the edges and such so it fit inside there and over this pipe, this hose, just to kind of capture it, keep it from wobbling, I guess, but it's gonna all get epoxied anyways, so just putting in this little segment. So moving along. All right, Phil, eating your heart out, man. Looky there, looky there. It's not quite as close tolerance as yours, but look at that. Look at that. Yeah, I had the same problem as you, bottoming out in my hole saws, but made it. So here we are. I just gotta put this thing on the burner and try it out. Awesome. All right, today we're lighting the burner, long-awaited burner, much like Phil's. It's either gonna be really straightforward or it's gonna be a spectacular dramatic failure, or just look like it. We'll see. This is tonight's progress. A lot of grinding, welding, MIG welding, stick welding, flux core if you prefer. Anyway, I put this cap on tonight, and this is my rough end before grinding, so certainly not beautiful by any means, but it'll work. I got a lot of cleanup to do. Oh well, but oh hey, there's a good little stretch. But yeah, this is what's going on tonight. Alrighty folks, so big night tonight. Big night tonight. I got my, I think I already did a video on this, but I'm probably gonna replace it with this one. I welded my end back on, and I know it looks like a smiley face and all that, but I did flux core stick welding, which again, I'm not amazing, but I ground it down. It looks all right. It's holding, that's for sure. And it doesn't need to obviously be pressurized or anything. So, and then I put my KO wool inside the door here, and then I did the refractory, letting that set up. Plus the other brick that I had shaped, glass fire brick. You can't see it because I covered it with a refractory, but anyway, yeah, big night tonight, and cleaned up my welds on my stand and did a few more welds because I missed a few places. Took some more junk off. So yeah, big night. Woo, getting ready to go. All right, boys and girls, I went and did some more work tonight. I probably shouldn't have. I wanted to, but I had a long day of normal work, and I wasn't going to do this tonight, but I did. This is the front, and I did stick welding, flux core. This looked pretty good until I went to chip it, and that's gone. But the good thing is it didn't burn through there. That doesn't look too bad. I'm mostly showing this to you because it's just an example of not very good welding. This was the beginning for me, and I missed that, obviously, here, but we're coming up. This is the worst of it. This was terrible, and I don't know how to fix it. Again, thankfully I don't have blow through in here, but I do have blow through there, obviously, and yeah, I gotta figure out how to fix that. It just looks like a mess. I mean, it's not functional really, other than it'll hold the frame to the door, but that's lightweight. It's not anything load bearing, but it just looks terrible. And this side, so. I obviously gained a little bit of confidence as I came up front, and I thought this was really good. This was the first side second side I did, excuse me, but then like I said, I chipped away and there's that. So, but progress, kind of ugly progress, but it is going, and that's where I am tonight. Thanks. Okay, this little segment here is me cutting out the front and rear plates, and it was going along pretty well. The shape was okay. I came down to realize that clamping them together to shape them would get me the same shape. So, epiphany. All right, boys and girls, I'm gonna start tonight with a little recap / goal listing, I guess. From the last time, where we're at, what you saw is I've got a bunch of cruddy looking welds on there I gotta take care of. Don't need to hash that back out again. Yes, I'm gonna take care of it, and that's part of my goal tonight. But last night I didn't make a video, but this came yesterday. Grinder from Wilmot. The motor I've got won't work, so I ordered a different one today. And I've got a wheel set coming from Ameribraid, and I've got some belts coming from them as well. And then I built this up last night so I could fit it underneath my drill press to clamp onto things and such, because last night what I did start was burner head version 2.0. Got some thicker metal this time. Drilled it out with the hole saw. I already threaded it. At least I've got 2 or 3 threads in there, whereas the other one I only had barely 1. This is going to be the other end, the other burner. I'm going to cut off a couple flats on it, stick it under the drill press tonight, and drill holes in it. Hopefully a little more symmetrically than I did this. I started out symmetrical with this, but didn't end up that way, obviously. So, and then I cut off some angle pieces. I think I want to mount up to the base, the frame, mostly because I think the propane's going underneath there, and I might end up putting a plate under there to hold it if I ever build this up and put it on wheels. So a lot of stuff to do tonight, and I guess I better get to it. Part 2 to this is that the reason I'm redoing, or the way I'm redoing this burner head, yesterday I also got a new piece of pipe, a little thicker wall. Not necessarily that it needs it, but the primary thing is that it fits here. So that's part of what that's about. All right, YouTubers, got some things done tonight, and let me show you. First thing, the most obvious big thing, are the approach and exit plates on the forge. Not bad. Didn't quite fit them up as tight as I'd hoped, and the front one sits more level than the back one. I had it flipped over, and I had a actually camera tripod propped up underneath it, and apparently I had it at the wrong pitch. I stepped back and looked at it before I welded it up, but apparently, yeah. So, whatever, I can get past that. Along with that, I also worked more on my burner version 2. This is where I'm at with it, getting it ground down so it'll fit tomorrow I gotta cut this pipe off. Approximately is what this is. I don't remember exactly what it is, but get those ground down, welded on, cleaned up a little, threaded on, and maybe give the burner another run before I put it on the forge. But pretty darn close, and a pretty good night. So not too bad. See ya. Alrighty, boys and girls, another big night, and we are ready. Tonight, I did quite a few things. First of all, this plate right here was pissing me off. I was really irritated that I didn't take the time in the first place to make it right, and now they match. They're level with the forge. The forge is slightly canted that way. It's not intentional, it's just the way it is, but the plates are level. So I cut that off, re-welded it. That's back in place and looks pretty good. I also added a bar for my tongs. Cut it to length and then sliced it midway and welded it on the bottom side because I'm a crappy welder. Also, other big thing, burner head version 2. Version 2 is larger in diameter. As you can see, it takes up all the space I've got. Well, just about. It's very, very close. And it's got a thicker plate for the threads for the pipe to go in. Here's the, well, I don't know if you can see it. But anyway, there it is sticking through there. I'm sorry about the angle shot, but there it is. So yeah, a lot of work done tonight, a lot of grinding. It was a kind of a chore. Of course it always is, but pretty excited. Tomorrow night, I'm gonna hook it all together and light it. So we'll see you then. Flattened out my first piece of metal pretty quick. It didn't take not even 3 minutes. Amazing. This is what we got. This thing is freaking hot and oh my God. Freaking amazing. Woo! Just to let you know, I can touch the sides of this. Put my hand down. Woo, that's hot. That's hot. That is. Alright. Side of the forge. Freaking amazing. Woo! with a curved piece of steel. Not straight, but this is what I'm looking at. Hey everybody, just finishing up the video here with a little recap, I guess kind of an overview. First of all, I want to thank a few people because this is not my creation. This is more or less me making something from instruction on YouTube from people that have done all the work, pretty much, other than physically putting it together. So Phil at PJT Forging, he's the primary inspiration. He's the guy I started watching first, just to get the idea, and I was just amazed at what he was doing and his enthusiasm, and he's quite the character, and I like that guy a lot. But he credits at least 3 guys towards the end of his 5-video build, and I want to at least mention them. We'll put the links on my YouTube video for these as well. I don't pretend to have as good a connection as far as how much I copied their stuff or mimicked anything from what they did, but I did go through their videos for the processes on how to put this together. What to Forge Blacksmithing, Christ-Centered Ironworks, Ethan Hardy, and of course Phil at PJT Forging. Along with that, my son Ty has helped me immensely with all of the video edits, and the YouTube application that I don't know how to do on my own. It's kind of beyond me. It's not something it's not really in my wheelhouse, but he's helped me out and I really, really appreciate it. Along with that, just as a little more commentary, you're probably wondering why the forge isn't painted. It's still silver. Here in Michigan, it is cold outside. It's Christmas Day at this point and it's snowy and cold, and I just don't think painting is going to work out right now. So it's going to stay that way till it gets warm around here. I'll figure that out later. I still have some mods I want to do to it. It's not perfect yet. I don't know if anything you ever build is really perfect. People are probably always trying to improve what they make. I know I do a lot. So, but it works, and I just need to practice. And I don't have any blacksmithing skills. I'm not trained. I'm not talented. It's just I'm doing it. And that's all I want to do. I just want to do it. And we'll see what comes of it. I don't know exactly what's going to happen with this. I'm going to put this out there. I can't say I'm going to be a regular every week, put something out, or every 2 weeks or a month. I can't. Shoot, the last video I put out there was more than 3 years old at this point. It was an instructional on something to do with my old Porsche. But I think I'm just going to make this a generalized YouTube channel, not necessarily specific to forging or blacksmithing skills or anything like that, because I have other things that I'm interested in and like to do, woodworking, etc., vehicles and RVing. So it's going to be kind of a generalized title, and I'm going to put whatever content on here I like, and if you like it, fine. If you don't, then don't watch. I don't want to waste anybody's time. I don't watch any videos I don't want to waste any time with either. I get it. If it isn't funny and it isn't fun for you, not entertaining, it's not worth your time. No problem. Obviously don't know you and wouldn't be offended. So I guess I better cut this off. And I just want to say, if you have watched this and you have enjoyed it, I guess please like and subscribe. If you want to, it's fine. If you don't, it's not, entirely on you. It's not my way of living. It's just something neat to do. So I'm nowhere near a pro YouTuber at all, or pro blacksmith. I'm not even amateur blacksmith yet. I'm barely even bending metal. So that's it. Thanks again for watching. Really appreciate it. And maybe see you next time.